I'm Jasmine Anderson. Breaking news in Ridge. A 3-year-old girl is stable right now after she was shot during a police standoff. The girl was hit in the chest last night after police say a bullet fired at officers by a homicide suspect and went through the wall of her family's apartment. We spoke with her father.
Just, feeding my kids. My daughter was fresh out the tub. Heard 3 shots go off. Looked down the hallway and my daughter was bleeding from her shirt. Lift her shirt up and she had a bullet hole in the middle of her chest. It's my heart, it's my pride and joy. I wouldn't want this to happen to anyone, any child. She's a fighter like her father. Bright, beautiful girl. And she's gonna be all right.
Homicide detectives were investigating Gary Jones of North Amityville when they say he shot at them, setting off an intense standoff. It ended around midnight after police found Jones dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The hunt continues right now for the gunman behind a deadly shooting at a foam party in Valley Stream. This is surveillance video of a party where partygoers are fleeing this illegal event on Ocean Avenue Monday night. Police say a 20-year-old Brooklyn man was killed. 3 teens and a 12-year-old boy were hurt.
A male assailant came up from the westbound 131st Avenue in Queens, which is right on the border. He fired 8 times, striking multiple people. After shooting 8 times, the assailant went westbound on 131st Avenue into Queens.
Police did not say why or if the party was specifically targeted. First to Newsday, new trouble today for former Suffolk Police Chief James Burke. This is video of him yesterday afternoon. Burke is facing several new charges, including offering a sex act, public lewdness, and indecent exposure.
Due to the actions that I am not going to share, this individual was placed under arrest. The Rangers ascertained that our perpetrator involved was identified as James Burke, former chief of the Suffolk County Police Department.
Suffolk Park Rangers busted Burke yesterday morning at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Park in Farmingville.
Not until he identified himself and said who he was, do you know who I am?
He was expressing to us how this would, be a public humiliation for him and such.
Burke was released from federal prison in 2018 after a 46-month sentence for beating a handcuffed suspect and orchestrating a cover-up of the incident. He's due back in court on the new charges next month. Happening today, Suffolk's crippling cyber attack is back in the spotlight. The county's Cyber Intrusion Investigation Committee is holding another hearing. We're waiting to see if 2 subpoenaed county employees who did not show up at last meeting attend today. The panel is looking to pinpoint the source of the September ransomware attack and the circumstances that led to it. Multiple reports say former New York City Mayor Ridge Giuliani is expected to surrender today. Giuliani is one of the 18 defendants charged alongside former President Donald Trump in Georgia election interference racketeering case. Former President Trump says he will surrender in the case tomorrow. He's expected to be arrested, fingerprinted, and his mugshot taken. Trump is accused of being the head of a criminal enterprise in conspiracy to overturn his electoral defeat. It comes as the GOP presidential hopefuls are getting ready to square off for the first time tonight. The Republican frontrunner Trump won't be there. There are 8 candidates who qualify for the debate in Milwaukee. They're on your screen. We spoke with Newsday's White House correspondent Laura Figueroa Hernandez about what the experts are watching for.
So some of the major things is mainly looking at where these candidates line up. Which lane do they pick? Do they pick the anti-Trump lane? Do they go after him hard like a Chris Christie would? Or do they kind of align themselves with the president? The other thing to look at is kind of this race for number 2. Trump obviously has been leading in the polls. And for the longest, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has been second in the polls. And but he's been losing some momentum.
Read more about the debate and what to expect on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The sounds of summer music will fill the streets in Amityville this weekend. Amityville Village will celebrate its first Play Music on the Porch Day. Residents are encouraged to host live music at their homes this Saturday. It's part of an international event to promote peace through music. Your hyper-local Wednesday weather now, feeling a bit like fall today. Here's a look at Tiana Beach. In Hampton Bays, mostly sunny. Here's a look at your day planner. Sunny today, highs around 76 degrees. Tomorrow, a break from the sun, cloudy with highs around 73. And here's a look at your futurecast. Rain returns Thursday night into Friday. Of course, we're tracking that for you, and a look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by the Canine Center.
The number of shark bites this summer has raised concerns about the safety of going into the water, but experts want to dispel misconceptions about the apex predators and highlight the good they do. In part 2 of our series, Ken Bufa gets up close and personal with some of the sharks at the Riverhead Aquarium. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
You never know what they're going to do, okay? So, this is the look of a man who just realized he's about to share a tank with multiple
retained his juvenile stripes into adulthood
sand tiger sharks.
Ken, how do you feel right now?
But to understand the predators behind the headlines, experts say observing them face to face is sometimes best.
They provide so much benefit to the ocean themselves, and they are extremely misunderstood.
This is shark expert Teddy Telkin. He not only tends to these sea creatures at the Long Island Aquarium, but also tries to dismantle beliefs that stoke fear around Long Island beaches.
They don't have hands, so for them, it is sometimes a bite. You know, exploratory, trying to figure out what it is.
Face to face, these sharks do seem terrifying. Sharp teeth, massive size, and eyes darting about, analyzing every move and bubble. But experts say what should stand out is their curiosity.
This mass phenomenon that sharks are out for people. They're looking for people, and they're not. They're looking for food.
After roughly 20 minutes in the tank, I cannot say I would enjoy meeting these creatures on any given beach day. But if I do, or hear of others meeting them, at least I know a little more on the why behind the encounter. And that's all these animal lovers, and perhaps these animals, can ask for.
Always go to the beach knowing that you are sharing the ocean with them, and not just being, in the water thinking that there's nothing around you.
You're not the main character anymore.
You're not the main character, no. That's them.
Ken Bufa, Newsday TV.
Oh, Ken. Read more about sharks along our shores on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Coming up tomorrow.
I could feel my foot down the shark's throat. It was scary.
We're hearing from a teen surfer who survived a terrifying shark attack on our South Shore. Can you dig it? A Montauk resort is recreating a 70s vibe this summer. Elisa DiStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
A milestone celebration here at the Montauk Beach House will take you back to when this was the Ronjo. The boutique hotel in the heart of downtown Montauk is paying homage to its history.
This property originally opened as a hotel space as the Ronjo back in 1953. So this is the 70th year of this property as a hotel.
They pulled inspiration from their past to transform the space into a 70s oasis.
Stay where the stars stay. That's Miss Montauk, by the way.
Featuring old brochures, artwork, and of course, the iconic statue.
Which everyone calls a tiki, but it's actually a moai statue that they built that in 1960 by hand. It's probably one of the most photographed spots in all of Montauk.
Inside, the lobby celebrates 1970s hip-hop culture. The furniture is a 70s-inspired collection. And the original sign was recently restored and is proudly on display.
The success formula we had here was renovating the property but keeping the historical nature of the original property.
If you've been a guest here before, some things stayed the same. You'll recognize the original pools. Their restaurant is reminiscent of the original design. You can order tacos, pizza, and their specialty cocktail. This one's non-alcoholic, the Ranjo. They're also serving a 70s themed cocktail menu. They even brought back the old Ranjo keys, but of course, the rooms are totally different.
The interior rooms of what they look like.
Which they don't look like
Then
anymore.
more.
What was the 1975 summer rate?
It's $95 for the weekend.
I'll take it. Yep, those rates have gone up. But this season's stay does include a dose of nostalgia.
It's a place where art, music, and fashion converge.
For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Very nice. Read more about what to do in the Hamptons and in Montauk, of course, on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
I bring to light issues that are happening in schools, in police departments that matter to Long Island that they didn't know about. This is a story about an issue that they needed to know the answers to.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.